Right now at 10, a former Wisconsin chancellor fired over porn films wants his job back. And lawmakers seek a constitutional amendment targeting the governor's partial veto power. Plus, police release the names of the victim and suspect in an Eau Claire shooting.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. Joe Gao is filing a federal lawsuit to be reinstated as a professor at UWL. In 2023, the university discovered he and his wife, Carmen Wilson, appeared in online pornographic videos. UWL removed him as chancellor in December 2023. After a months-long battle, the UW Board of Regents removed his tenure and fired him as a professor. Gao says his firing violated his free speech rights and that the videos he created were not obscene or illegal.
Everybody knows that I was fired from my faculty position because the regents and other administrators didn't like the books and videos that my wife and I had posted on the internet. And, you know, we have a First Amendment right to do that. So they can't fire me based on something that is free speech.
So far, there has been no response from UWL or the Universities of Wisconsin board. Wisconsin Republicans are taking aim at the governor's partial veto power. Lawmakers are calling for a constitutional amendment to only allow governors to veto entire sections of a spending bill. Since 1930, a Wisconsin governor can strike certain words and phrases as long as it doesn't create new words. Last year, Republicans drafted a public education spending increase to last 2 years. Evers crossed out a 20 and a dash to have the increase last the next 400 years. The state Supreme Court is considering a lawsuit over that action. Republicans need to approve this amendment in 2 consecutive legislative sessions before it can appear on a state ballot. Senator Tammy Baldwin discussed multiple key issues during a virtual town hall today. During the meeting, she addressed concerns over the cost of living in western Wisconsin. Baldwin says she wants to implement a tax break for first-time homebuyers to combat the rising prices of housing in the state. She also plans to continue to advocate for lower drug prices, including capping the cost of inhalers at $35 per month.
Asthma inhalers in the U.S. was sometimes 10, 15, 20 times more than we saw the costs being in other countries.
Baldwin also highlighted her effort to help secure a $1 million grant at Hillview Community Services Center for unhoused children in La Crosse. Wisconsin Supreme Court candidate Brad Schimmel today getting a strong show of support from Senator Ron Johnson.
I am proud to endorse Brad Schimmel. I'll also say he's been working his tail off. He's demonstrated that he will represent the people of Wisconsin.
Schimmel is facing Democratic-backed Dane County Circuit Judge Susan Crawford in the April 1st election. The winner will decide whether the court leans 4-3 liberal or flip to a conservative majority. A man is in custody following a fire in Spring Grove. The fire broke out last week at the 31-unit Spring Grove Manor complex. 28 people made it out safely but were left without a home. Police quickly arrested 36-year-old Andrew Forrester, a resident of the building. He's now facing arson charges, and the fire is still being investigated. Authorities have identified those involved in a fatal shooting in Eau Claire Saturday. The victim is 21-year-old Andre Simmons Jr. of Chippewa Falls. Responders found him with multiple gunshot wounds just after 2 a.m. Saturday. 18-year-old Demarion Stogner of Eau Claire is in custody for the shooting. His charges include first-degree intentional homicide. The scene remains under investigation. 3 men face charges after a string of burglaries in Winneshiek County this month. Police arrested 39-year-old Travis Olson, 51-year-old Troy Sobolik, and 27-year-old Dalton Hagan, all from Cresco, Iowa. Authorities say they found stolen items from 2 Winneshiek County burglaries in their Cresco homes. All 3 face 2 counts of felony burglary. Well, winter is the perfect time of year to cozy up and read a good book. La Crosse County Libraries are hosting their annual reading program for adults until March 1st. To participate in the program, pick up a reading record from any of their locations, then read or listen to 3 books to win a prize from their gift basket.
This program can bring the entire community together in a way where everyone is participating in the same activity at the same time. Reading is such an important part of our lives.
After reading 3 books, you also get entered into a drawing for a $50 Barnes & Noble gift card and their Snow Place-like home mug. Well, it's definitely great weather for staying inside and reading a good book, but you might want to get outside this week because we're warming up, even to potentially 50s, Greg.
Yeah, today was just a taste of what the weather was like. Pretty nice outside with the windy conditions. That'll be the other thing we'll look at the next several days. But high temperatures overall today, that Winona one is actually incorrect. But up to the north where they had snow-covered clouds, more in the 30s. But where you didn't have clouds or snow cover, mid-40s to the south. And we're going to see a little bit warmer for some areas tomorrow, pretty similar to other areas. But overnight lows, we're going to kind of have a cold front that's situated across the area. But it's really not too much of effect in temperatures. Teens to the north to 20s to the south with a little bit of cloud cover increasing towards the morning as we have that cold front that'll be lifting north. So overall, the winds will be light starting off, but that'll be the story going towards the late morning and afternoon hours. That wind, as you see, getting up to west at 20 by noon as it begins to turn around as the cold front approaches in the afternoon. 42 for at noon hour. In Eau Claire, similar, but they might have a few flurries with that little weak front in the morning, mainly to the east of them. But notice the wind too beginning to really ramp up towards late morning and noon, getting up to 39, and it will be quite windy and gusty. Right now, that's the activity to the north. I've talked about a little bit of shower activity, potentially approaching maybe Rusk County to the northeast to Wausau. That's something we'll keep an eye on, but otherwise big picture shows that front kind of stalled out. It's going to begin to lift north as a warm front, so that's what could create more of the wind turning around in directional and some precipitation in the morning. But the main story, once we get some flurry activity, we have a mild day, lots of wind, cooler Thursday, and then we potentially have some record level temperatures Thursday, which does involve reaching 50 or going above that.
Oh, exciting times. Thank you, Greg. Well, today marks the second week of President Trump's second term. He continues to focus on immigration as well as executive orders on defense. CBS News correspondent Erica Brown reports from Capitol Hill.
God bless the USA. President Trump spoke at the annual retreat of House Republicans at his Doral Resort in Miami.
In a single week, I've taken over 350 executive actions. We've signed 300, and who ever heard of that one?
He signed more Monday night related to the military, including reinstating service members discharged for refusing to get the COVID vaccine and building an Iron Dome missile defense shield, similar to the one that protects Israel. Earlier, Republicans celebrated Colombia agreeing to accept undocumented migrants from the U.S. after refusing them over the weekend. The president had threatened tariffs and sanctions.
Days of weakness, of indecisiveness, of leadership malaise in the White House are over. It's a new day in America. It's a new day for the world.
CBS News has learned President Trump will sign the Lincoln-Riley bill at the White House Wednesday, the first legislation he'll sign into law in his second term. It requires the detention of unauthorized migrants accused of violent crimes and theft.
Our voices matter.
As immigration remains a top administration priority, several protests were held around the country against the deportations of undocumented migrants.
People shouldn't be walking around in fear or be scared to go anywhere.
CBS News has also confirmed the Justice Department is firing more than a dozen officials who worked on special counsel Jack Smith's team prosecuting Trump. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
President Trump has also paused U.S. refugee admissions. State Department statistics obtained by CBS News show that stranded more than 22,000 refugees who had been approved for the departure to the U.S. A pediatric allergist pays it forward in La Crosse. Meet Dr. Marr, our January hometown hero, up next.
This is the highlight of my day, but my hip pain made it a struggle. My personalized arch support system got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The La Crosse Lions Charity is celebrating Groundhog Day with the best groundhog dinner in La Crosse. A pulled pork dinner and dessert served Monday, February 3rd from 4 to 7 at the Moose Lodge in La Crosse. It's time for the La Crosse Sports Show, featuring boats, RVs, travel, hunting, fishing, ATVs, and more at the La Crosse Center, February 6th through the 9th.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Dr. Todd Marr of Gunderson Health has played a vital role in the growth and well-being of the La Crosse community for over 35 years. It is why he is our January hometown hero. Dr. Marr knows La Crosse all too well.
I'm from La Crosse, grew up getting health care here at Gunderson Clinic. It's a great place to raise a family. It's a wonderful place to actually practice. And it is growing.
Dr. Marr has played an integral role in its growth, practicing as a pediatric allergist at Gunderson for 35 years and serving as medical director of philanthropy at the Gunderson Medical Foundation, raising money for programs like the Children's Miracle Network.
We support families. We provide meal vouchers for people when they're at the hospital, baby warmers and neonatal ICU stuff.
And Steppin' Out in Pink, an effort that raises money for breast cancer research.
It makes me feel good to be part of an organization like Gunderson, which has allowed me to do a lot of this stuff.
A lot of stuff is an understatement. Dr. Marr pioneered many organizations that are still valued by the La Crosse community today.
We do a lot with raising money here locally for behavioral health. We started Caitlin's Table here at the foundation, and we reinvigorated the Y Teen Center.
Marr also helped jumpstart the new inpatient behavioral health building at Gunderson, and as someone who suffers from allergies, took action towards a smoke-free Wisconsin.
You're in the first city that had smoke-free restaurants in Wisconsin. Now look at where we are. It's abnormal to smoke somewhere in public.
Colleagues of Dr. Marr say it's also abnormal to see him sit back and let someone else do the job.
He's taught me that being the first to step up, to say yes to something or to jump in is a really important part when it comes to asking and inviting other people to be part of what we're doing.
Somebody's got to do it. And I've been of the mindset that you either do it yourself or rely on someone else to get it done.
Soon, Dr. Marr will be hanging up his coat as he's set to retire in January of 2026. Dr. Knox will be taking his place and feels the significance of the shoes she's about to fill.
He has created such a legacy. I just hope that I can keep that going.
But this isn't the ending of his vocation. He still plans on working with the organizations that are near and dear to him and giving back to the community that has supported him after all these years.
And that means a lot. And so giving that back and paying it forward is still what I do. I think it's always best to pay it back. Yeah. Got to pay it forward.
And if you'd like to nominate someone who's doing good works in your community for our next hometown hero, just go to news8000.com and click on the features tab. Well, we have more news ahead, but first,
definitely have a stretch of above average temperatures near record level, in fact, throughout this week while dealing with some wind, but remaining fairly quiet precipitation wise. We'll break down what the temperatures look like when we actually might cool back down, coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Susan Crawford. She's the prosecutor who locked up violent criminals, the judge who's kept them off the street, and the leader who fought for abortion rights. On the Supreme Court, she'll look at the facts and uphold the law. Fair, impartial, common sense. That's Judge Susan Crawford.
For me, being a judge is really pretty simple. There's right and there's wrong, and I'll always do the right thing for Wisconsin.
Built Ford Tough Trucks. Proud sponsor of winter. Now, get over $10,000 in total savings on a 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Does your home have a crawl space? They can be filled with musty air, standing water, mold, and pests, all right beneath your feet. And those things can eventually make their way inside your home. Protect your family and your home's value with crawl space sealing from American Water Works. A sealed crawl space stays clean and fresh, blocks out pests, and keeps your home warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. A sealed crawl space means a healthier home. So for a healthy, energy-efficient home, call American Water Works.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Yeah, quite a different pattern change going on since we've seen mostly cold and drier conditions for January. This is going to be more mild conditions, but some more wind too. So we still got cloud cover out there because we're dealing with a couple fronts that'll be coming through, but mainly just cloud cover, some flurry activity. I'll point out where that is. Most areas will not see that. We'll have windy and mild conditions for Tuesday. Some areas will be similar to what we saw Monday. Others up to the north probably a little bit warmer because they had more clouds. And then flurry, we have a cold front coming through Tuesday. Once again, another round of potential some flurry activity. Colder Wednesday, but still well above average. It just won't be as warm as we see tomorrow. Overall, here's that one front that came through right now. Ahead of it, we have another front kind of stalled out with that system. And then further upstream, we got another one way up there, and that's the one that'll eventually come Wednesday. So we're still kind of in a pattern to see some of these come through, but they're kind of sliding south and then pushing eastward. So we just get glancing blows really of them as they come through. But for tomorrow, really, tonight, we still have a little bit of flurry activity behind this front, but it's mainly affecting areas to the north. Otherwise, you see an expansion of some cloud cover towards the morning. The temperatures lowering in the 20s. That wind will still be light. It'll begin to turn around to the southwest. Then we'll see that warm front push north early in the morning, and there's that light snow activity that mainly looks east of Rusk County, but it could give some of these areas up here a flurry or two. Main activity will stay to the east. We'll have generally clearing skies, or at least less clouds as we go in the afternoon, but the winds will pick up. And then we'll see more of expansion of the cloud cover towards the evening, because now that front's going to come down as a cold front. So we'll have another one come Tuesday with a little bit more flurry activity going on. Potentially Tuesday evening, but more Tuesday night. And as you notice, more of this probably stays along I-94 or northeast of that too, but very spotty or scattered as the winds turn around to the northwest. So some activity, but it's really just cloud cover and some wind really is the main story. Here's your wind speeds you'll get towards noon, potentially above 20 miles sustained out of the west and southwest. Higher gusts to potentially 40 is possible, especially northeast Iowa is a favorite spot to see that. Some of the higher elevations too. And then towards the afternoon, they turn a little bit towards the northwest, decrease a little bit towards the evening commute, but still breezy conditions at least going into Tuesday evening. And then they decrease slowly throughout Tuesday night, but I don't really see them dropping off too much. Even through Wednesday morning, we're still seeing winds of 10 to 15, even higher across the area of that northwest. So that'll be the bigger story too with the wind. Eventually it will decrease as you go throughout. Tomorrow's highs, some areas may get up to close to 50. Further north, you'll actually get up to 40 because you will have less cloud cover. Wednesday's highs, excuse me, that was Tuesday's. Wednesday's highs, we're looking a little bit cooler behind that cold front, but still well above average. Some areas still getting into the low 40s, so a drop, but once again, we should be in the mid to upper 20s. And then Thursday's the record temperatures because of the getting these temperatures up to 50, 51, potentially 53. So that's the bigger story, and that's what the potential is for the records going in tomorrow. And then we go into record temperatures going into Thursday, which does look like a good bet. And we'll kind of break down the precipitation there for the weekend, which we do have a chance to see maybe some snow or rain come Saturday night into Sunday. But otherwise, the main story through Friday is the mild temperatures and potential 50 degrees that we might be dealing with. So kind of a taste of spring a little bit here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Until we go back probably into much more typical February temperatures next week.
Next week. So enjoy it while we can right now. All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Brewers will be honoring one of the best relief pitchers in franchise history this coming season. Plus a few non-conference matchups on the hardwood tonight. Find out who would emerge victorious. Jacob is next.
Forecast is more than just temps and sky conditions. It's about how it affects your day. And every day, I'll break it down in a way that makes sense, especially when you're heading out the door. See you tomorrow morning.
This winter, raise a glass to quiet luxury with elevated looks from Ashley. During the New Year's Toast to Style sale, discover timeless rooms starting at $17 per month to make 2025 your most stylish year yet. Pay 0% interest until January 2030. Only at Ashley.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days. Because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you could rise to meet it.
Right now, receive 0% APR for 60 months and up to $2,300 off BX Series tractor packages. Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Guys, what are the chances you can fix this?
It shouldn't be too difficult.
So like 1 in 100?
Fellas, I can fix this.
Like 1 in a million?
I can do it.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes.
G
and T, yeah!
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 Get ready for the big game with Spectrum. Welcome more excitement into your home as you enjoy the best TV streaming experience. Spectrum brings your entire family together with the fastest, most reliable internet so everyone can enjoy all the sports and entertainment they love. Cheer on all your favorite players on football's biggest night. With the touch of a button, Spectrum puts you at the center of it all so you never miss a play. Get in the game and save with Spectrum Internet Premier for only $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-877-959-1722.
Ashley's Stellar Sleep Celebration is going on now. Snooze now and pay later with 0% interest for 60 months in-store only. And receive a $300 gift with purchase. Hurry to your local Ashley store or ashley.com for better sleep and savings today.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Oh, the Caledonia boys crossed the Mississippi for a game for the 4th time this season, looking to bolster an already impressive resume. Meanwhile, Central hadn't played in 11 days entering the night, but were riding a 4-game win streak. This was a fun one, a close first half. Ball swung over to Will Schilling, and the sophomore lets it fly, knocking down the triple. Riverhawks go up 3. And then it's Schilling with a nifty Euro step in the lane, finishing right there, and he finished with a team-high 12 points. The size of the Warriors giving Central fits at times. In the opening period off the miss, it's Reed Klug with the putback plus the foul, and Klug was getting buckets in a variety of ways. From the corner, the big man showing off the shooting stroke. Caledonia retakes the lead. Then time winding down in the half, Gabe service out to Jalen Calvert, and he buries it. Central had the lead at the half, but the number 3 team in Class 2A in Minnesota turns it up a notch, and they would get the win. Arcadia ladies hosting CFC tonight in a good non-conference matchup. Right out of the gates, the Pirates, Aubrey Smith is going to go up with the right hand off the glass and get the friendly roll to get the scoring started. Raiders finding ways to generate offense. Caitlin Bremer gets the rebound, shoots it back out to Jocelyn Draskowski for the mid-range bucket. Then check out the hustle by CFC's Mackenzie Wenger. Saves it, throws it back to Kaylin Camaro, who gives it up to Anna Connect for the deuce. But it would be the Raiders who defend their home court, winning 55-50. And a great matchup in Minnesota. Rushford Peterson hosting Lewiston Altura. Cardinals with the hot hand early. Zane Nelson in the paint puts up the jumper and knocks it down. Later, the big man showing off the range gets the 3-ball to fall. And with that, he surpasses the 1,000 career point mark. However, the Trojans would catch fire. William LaFleur gets the open look. That's cash. And then on the fast break, Jackson Meldal threads the needle, and LaFleur is there for the easy bucket. And in transition again, Meldal through the contact, bucket plus the foul. Rush Pete takes the lead, but this Lewiston Altura squad would not back down. They find Peyton Botar open in the corner. Money. Trojans make a run late, but the Cardinals hold on for the 66-63 win. Other finals from the night on the ladies' side, Aliva Strum picks up a big win over Blair Taylor. The Viroqua boys get a home victory over Dodgeville. Luther has no problems with Cashton, and in a battle of small schools, solid game. Osseo Fairchild gets the better of Spring Valley. Well, the Bucks back on the road taking on the team with the worst record in the Western Conference tonight, the Utah Jazz. This one just wrapping up, just maybe actually did wrap up as well. The Damon Giannis show tonight with 30 points each, and Chris Middleton with 22 off the bench. All right, T-Wolves trying to make it 3 wins in a row. Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert with a 2-man game, which results in a Gobert poster. Minnesota goes up 16. Then in the third quarter, it's Anthony Edwards with a step back, and that is cash. The defense would be turning into offense later in the fourth. Rudy Gobert is rewarded for running the floor, and he will jam it home. T-Wolves improves to 25-21 with the 8-point win over the Hawks. Well, today the Brewers announced that former relief pitcher John Axford will be inducted into the team's Wall of Honor. Axford is third all-time in club history with saves with 106. The Axeman pitching 263 2/3 innings with the Crew, striking out 312 hitters. Some of his best moments came in Milwaukee, his major league debut back in 2009, and then a career best 46 saves in that special 2011 campaign, which was the highest in baseball that season. The franchise hasn't announced the date of the ceremony yet, and I must say he also had one of the best mustaches.
That's what you guys were saying, well. So you and Ken.
Tip of the cap to him. So that will be a fun one. But Emily, we know who's going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
How do you feel about it?
I mean, I ultimately wanted the Bills versus the Lions, but this is the outcome. I'm not tied to either teams, but I was mentioning earlier that I do like that Travis and Taylor are at the peak of their careers, and they're experiencing all these high accomplishments together. It's just sweet and inspiring to watch, honestly.
Kind of is.
So we'll see.
All right, we'll see
what happens. All right, we have more news right after this.
Winter is here.
And with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we help you get the settlement you deserve to put your life back on track.
You're thinking about new windows and doors. I've been thinking about new windows and doors for over 40 years. You're thinking about the best window at the best price. I'm thinking about the best window at the best price for you. The best quality installed by professional installers at a fair price. If you're planning new windows and doors, you owe it to yourself to contact the Board Store Home Improvements for a prompt free estimate. You'll be glad you did. Contact us today.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Signs build brands, create impact, and grab attention. Signorama Lacrosse is your full-service sign center. We use the latest technology and highest quality products to produce custom signs, vehicle wraps, banners, wall murals, window graphics, and trade show displays. Signorama Lacrosse Design Services will help create the perfect sign to advertise your product or business. We can custom make any type of sign, including box signs, channel letters, custom logos, digital graphics, and directory signs. Signorama Lacrosse, locally owned, globally known.
As a teacher, I think it's important that students here in Wisconsin become proficient and ideally strong in math.
We need to keep teachers like you here. That's what motivated UW-Madison's Wisconsin Teacher Pledge program.
By covering the cost of tuition, the Teacher Pledge enables us to teach in areas and subjects where we're needed the most.
We're working to fill these gaps, and those who benefit are the youth of Wisconsin.
When we stay in Wisconsin to teach, that's a win for everyone.
One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
When you're dealing with your own insurance company, you may think that they're on your side, but the truth is, they're not. They're only concerned about their bottom line. That's why you need to hire By Gotham Roadie. We get results.
A quick-thinking bus driver in the town of Friendship is credited with saving a choking child. The incident happened earlier this month after the girl accidentally swallowed part of a bracelet. Lucas Kim spoke to the 9-year-old and her family.
All caught on camera, you can see school bus driver Jamie Smudgick performing the Heimlich maneuver on 9-year-old Catherine Dornacker. After talking with Smudgick on Friday about the experience, I spoke with Catherine herself about the incident.
I remember making a bracelet with the C-clip, and then we stopped, and I accidentally swallowed it, and then I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
And then, technically, Miss Jamie told me to breathe.
The boy crying for help was her 11-year-old brother, Jonathan.
Her face was turning red on the ground. And she fell on the ground, and I yelled Miss Jamie 5 different times until she heard me.
Despite the traumatic experience that their family faced, the Nelsons had nothing but gratitude to show towards their hero, school bus driver.
I've seen kids choke, and I've seen how scary it is and how you gotta react, and her reaction was exactly how it should have been. She did the right thing.
Since the accident happened, the Nelsons say they never forget to thank Smudgick for saving their daughter.
Oh, well, I saw Jamie's reaction, so I knew it was a pretty intense moment on the bus. You know, a kid choking, that's a pretty scary thing, and just super grateful she has the awesome reactions and instincts she has. Maybe the other kids, we shouldn't put stuff in our mouths, especially in moving vehicles.
And we'll have another look at tonight's forecast right after the break.
An epic weekend of ice fishing along the Mississippi River in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin at the 75th Annual Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery, January 30th through February 2nd. A tradition that started in 1950, the Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery is celebrating a milestone year with live music, great food, a ton of fun, and a chance to win prizes all weekend long. Learn more and register for the 75th Annual Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery at prairieduchien.org.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
Does Random Starship Mortgage sponsor your kids' t-ball team? I doubt it. Firefighters Credit Union is a strong, reliable lender that has been a proud member of the community for nearly a century. Trust Firefighters Credit Union for your next home loan. Call Matt or Troy today.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
We're live in the heart of Wisconsin, where once again a new multiplier family of games from the Wisconsin Lottery has come to play. I've never seen anything like it. It's the X family of games, with prices from $1 to $20 and a chance to multiply prizes up to 100 times the prize shown, with top prizes up to $200,000. Now that is something. Available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Ford family of SUVs, proud sponsor of winter. Now, get up to $4,000 in total cash on a 2024 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
All right, tomorrow, windy conditions will be the story for Tuesday. Some cloud cover, even some flurry possible Tuesday night. That cold front comes through Tuesday night. It knocks our temps from the 40s to the 30s, still above average. Turn the winds around, and then we warm up to 51, potentially some areas even warmer on Thursday. That could be a record. And then slightly cooler on Friday, 40 still.
Wow.
So overall,
a potential record. We like breaking records up here.
That way you do, don't you?
Yeah. Thank you for joining us at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.